Welcome, ladies, welcome. I just want to come here real quick and get some stuff out of my chest, and also letting you know that most likely after almost 2 years, I'm going to be taking a vacation, whether it's deserved or not, I don't know, but it's been a while that I haven't really clocked out for at least a week. I usually take a few days, but I'm not really um, doing that for a while. Like I used to live in Miami and LA, and for those of you that actually went there before, you know that that's a almost like a vacation. So I've been there for like 15 years, and therefore I felt in vacation every single time. And as I come back in Europe, I don't really see many places to go to vacation that says, okay, it's gonna upgrade that. But anyway, too much of that. I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be very present inside the group as I'm launching a mini challenge this week. And this is why I said vote now, because it's going to be a 12-hour at the most vote. Therefore, like by tomorrow, whatever wins, we'll probably make that as a challenge. And that's usually applicable to everybody. And again, if you are in this group, at least, we take this group very limited. I do not want to get a lot of people, much like the other group in this one, because I got some huge feedback from my clients that said that if you are in this group, it seems like you've seen things more often, because like the reach, the engagement is better. So do your best to keep this group active, because like the more you post, the more you go live, the more you comment, the more you help harder this group is going to get engagement, and you're going to see all the posts. Also, you want to be friending me so that you can see all the posts, because usually and messages, because that's also allow you to see messages. And then you also be, and this is a personal request I have from you, if you haven't done yet, go on all my channels, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. It costs you nothing, right? That's a reality. You're gonna learn a bunch, and I'm gonna get help with the algorithm. Now, the funny part is that what I wanted to point it out about the challenge is some stuff that I don't want to say bother me, because realistically maybe they did, but it's not really something that should, because reality, like, everybody has their own right. But on the same way, I want to make stuff very clear on how I work. And as I tend to have a personality to take things very personal at times, I'm not going to be bad-mouthed from idiots that don't really understand what we do here, or they have a perception. And again, this person, few of these people are not really going to see what I'm saying right now, but I'm saying it not because I want to get at them. I just want to get other people to understand, and possibly people like them to push them away, because the reality is I'm by nature very polarizing, and when you are polarizing, you get people to hate you, and those of you that instead they love me instead, they're going to end up getting results, which basically this is, if I can help 10 people, 20 people, 1,000 people, I'm actually going with my mission, rather than helping million people promoting shit like accept yourself as you are obese, because you need to work on the acceptance and all that bullshit. And reality is that I'm very polarizing by nature, but that gets results for the people that actually do the work. I know very personally each name and person that I helped with stuff like depression, anorexia, getting in bed again with their husband, saving their marriage. I know these people in person, meaning like not in person. I know last name and first name. I don't need to have a million views like most of the people out there. But if you're the title is very provocatory, because if you're a smart ass, you're gonna be last in my book, simply because we had a few people in here. We launched this challenge, and obviously the challenge is a demonstration assets. The challenge is a demonstration asset. It means like hopefully in 20 days I can give you some sort of results, or I can give you the awareness that if I can help you actually get through your own bullshit. Meaning like a lot of you, and I'm saying you, not you, don't feel like I'm talking to anybody, but you as people watching, a lot of you, the reason why you don't hire a coach is because, oh, I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, because a lot of people are scams. Oh, because I tried something and that it didn't work. And this is true, a bunch of bullshit that you perpetrated or like built by your own experience, because at times, unless somebody's really scamming you, it's about not working, because you really don't understand what is not working, to what degree. And the challenge is, of course, to show two reasons, and this is, and I'm gonna be very honest with this, to engage with my current clients because they deserve the best because they invested into their health, whether it's $100 app, whether it's thousands of coaching programs, they deserve a good culture and community. And the other community with 2,000 people, it was almost letting them down a little bit because there are lazy ass motherfucker inside that say they want to change something yet they don't do anything. They just join, they just spam, they just whatever, right? So we say, let's forget about that. Let's actually give these people the culture they deserve. And this is why I said I'm going to make a challenge, which I know and I saw a lot of people reignite their spark and actually get results, right? And if you're watching live, let me know who you are. If you're watching a replay, let me know the replay. But anyway, I'm so proud of all the people that did the work this week. Second, why this challenge like that exists as we went out to cold traffic is to hopefully gain an acquisition system for the right people for this culture. Meaning like we don't force people to come in, but if you're a person that actually been promised the world from diets and then get in fact losing 2 kilos to gain back 5 and you don't understand why you don't get results, I show you. Let me show you why this is gonna work. And there were a few people, and again, nothing personal, but I had to remove one, which I'm gonna say the name. I'm not gonna say last name, so it could be anybody, but like that Clara lady in here, she said obviously we said everybody that you should get an exit call so we can actually give you at least a game plan for you to go and do stuff on your own if you don't feel like we are a fit. And she said, oh, I'm not gonna read the message because I did cancel it, but I'm gonna give you the frame of the message. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna continue on my own because I lost 4 kilos by tracking the food, and I'm gonna continue to track my food with MyFitnessPal. And by the way, your system it's bad. It's not right. You guilt tripping people into buying expensive product, which is nonsense because I don't have a product. The product we have, I think, is a 21 bucks app, 21 bucks guide, and then the course. One of the courses, I think the most that you pay is like 300 bucks or 250 or something, whatever. And all the thing is, all the rest is given for free, including challenges, including webinar, including hosting Zoom call for free for people to come and actually fix a diet. But what really bugged me the most about this lady was that she said, and funny enough, you announced the winner like I think 2 days before of the challenge, and the winner is one of your clients. Yeah, no shit. Why shouldn't she win if she did the work? And those are usually the people that go outside the box and it's like texting every single client and it's like, oh, how did you do this? How did you do that? How much are you paying? And this is crazy funny because this is why we don't have prices on the net, because we take the liberty to raise our prices how we care. Because there is expensive, there is a team, there is the fact that many times I got this, like at the time when one of my leverage program was 2,000 bucks, and I say take it now because why can I not come back in 3 months? You can, but it's gonna be more because as more people come in, it's less time that I have. I need to hire a coach, I need to hire a team, and it's gonna cost you more. And this one person came back and she paid 3,600 at the time. And I'm just giving you an example. She paid and she got results. But this is not who I love to work with. The people I love to work is people that, for example, like Pilar, she after she did very well the first time, she came back and she's like, hey Jerry, how much is the service now? Can we have a quick chat because I need to actually get myself in track again. She come back, she sent me 3 messages and she already smashing it. And this is usually the people I like to work with because they go all through their own bullshit, basically. Okay. And this is, and I'll made that name before because I really like this, whoever watches this and you might say, oh, she's been blocked, whatever. It's like, I block people because there is no doubt in my mind that even if she came back and she gave me $1 million, I wouldn't hire her. I wouldn't accept her inside the program. That takes me to the next thing. When you do want to work with me, we don't guilt trip people into do anything. We have a application only policy, meaning like you come in, you apply to work with us. If you get accepted, you given an offer and you decide whether or not you want to have it. If you do some weird stuff like a lot of people done in the past, The offer stays. If you don't pick it up, there is a full calendar year for you to be able to reapply. Just because, hey, if you don't believe we can help you, that's great. But if you don't believe you work, that's on you. And you either let me help you or your own mindset will always keep you back. And those are the things that came out of some people is like they have very disordered relationship with money, very poor mindset around their own ability to achieve stuff, and thus they pretend that stuff are free all the time. And this is funny because this takes me to what, however these future challenges will be ran. Some of them will be run in this model, some of them will be run in different models. But whoever comes back and it's clear to me that you actually use the coaching, if you're not a client, there will be a camp price. A camp price of could be $27, it could be $67. But simply because, hey, if you want to use stuff for free, I mean, my mom, she just went buy a car, and she's one of those that has to like to save all the time. $10,000 for a random good car, but rather could have she gone to the car dealer and say, hey, can I just use it for a month and come back? I mean, maybe. I don't think it would have worked. And people, because they're so disordered in their own rights about their own relationship with themselves, they don't even allow people to help them and show them, they play this BS. And then when we help them, then they say another story. Oh, this one helped now, but what about later? What about they have the other problem? No, I'd rather keep the money. That's fine. So do not mouth a bad mouth and say we are forcing or we are tripping into whatever. Like some people, even if they pay me $1 million, I wouldn't accept it. Maybe $1 million, okay. Let's be fair. Maybe $1 million, I would think about it. But when we're talking about a few $1,000, trust me, I have better things to do than get a prison of people that drains you. And I want to take the next step. The next step is simple. It's like, because I want to teach you something. The person I referred before, and again, I'm all fine with people that say, I want to just go and try on my own. Maybe I'll come back later. That's fine. But people that actually get results and they think that the results come from, let's say, oh, I'm going to continue to track food because I lost already 4 kilo. You're actually missing the point. Food tracking is not a diet. How many people fail because they're on keto, they track the food, and they say, food tracking is not working. Well, you're missing the point. Food tracking is not the problem. Keto was the problem. And it's not even a problem, it was a problem for you. So these people, and I'm saying people because it's multiple, not in this challenge, but in my career, I saw so many of them, is they missing a important point. What get you to lose 3 kilo? It isn't the data tracking. It is not the app. It is not the log of the food. If somebody on the other side telling you exactly based on your picture, based on your calculation, based on the work we do, which I did like that, which I could have charged easily $1,000 for, and I did it like that for close to, I think, 30 people. If you think about, I'm not counting really the client. That thing got you to lose 4 kilo. And if you didn't lose 4 kilo, you could have, I send you, for example, a message. You could have said, oh, I'm losing weight, but my measurements are not going down, or my measurement going down, but I have cravings. Okay, let's nail the calorie a little bit higher. Okay, let's nail the walking. If you miss this, that somebody is actually helping you. I understand when people, and unfortunately, people happen like that. The big things of the service in general in the industry, it's not about what they deliver, but it's about what they promise. They promise you the word like get rich in 30 days and they don't deliver. Of course, you get upset. They promise you like if you actually do the work, like we promise, you don't get results, you stay with us for free after. You promise like if you don't get results or whatever, like if you don't lose at least whatever, or if you don't get the energy back, then you get, let's say, partial return or whatever. And the crazy part is that pretty much if we went wrong with anybody, we always try to make it up. And I'm realistic here. It's like we don't pretend to be great. We don't pretend to be the best, or we pretend to actually listen to people. And at times is that the problem is like really that people tend to perceive things for what they're not. And so therefore, and with this I'm gonna close. If you, and again, coming back to the guilt tripping people or making people feel bad. I'm not everybody cup of tea, and I said it before. That's on by design. There are people on YouTube, which I'm not gonna make names, which call people fat pigs, and he's actually pretty good, and he's getting people, and he's fixing more the obesity epidemic than doctors. There are people, and again, very old school Italian guy around here in Italy, and he was actually getting on TV for people, calling people fat or whatever the case is. Hey, you don't need to go to the guy, but the guy, if you actually good, like that, if you like what he's saying, hey, this is actually working, right? If you want to be the person that want to be, okay, I want, community by women and led by women, okay, great, go ahead. Somebody that make you feel good all the time, that tells you lies, that tells you what you want to hear, yeah, we're not for you. But to note, same people that say that usually the one that get results, which is an actual shame, because and again, it's like, hey, on you. I see it as a blessing, because I do not really want to work with that. I thought I pointed out, because the last thing I want is for maybe some people to make some sort of a review, and then other clients, and unfortunately I do get that. I get people on the phone first time they talk to me, hey, I saw the review. Which review? Oh, that review that said whatever. Haven't you seen the 100 review that says positive things? You just read the negative one? I don't, maybe we're not a cup of tea. Anyway. And I always gonna prioritize to help the people I can to the best of my ability. If I'm not for you, leave the group, that's fine. I hope that if you're a client, if I'm not for you, you let me know. But I think that I want to say 95% of the clients usually are here because of the way I speak, because of the way I help, hopefully, not only for the information. Aside from that, I want to thank you so much, everybody, for taking this challenge. You really smash it. And yes, in this case, a client won, and the second place would have gotten to another client. And by then, pretty much everybody else would have in probably would have been a client, except we got actually Maria, which she done pretty well, and she then decided to join us. But aside from that, we don't. When we have mini challenges, everybody, it goes by post, and then there is a wheel, and that the randomness. But when this challenge, I do check people that actually make an inner transformation as well. Somebody that struggled for the whole life and say, oh, we actually doing that. Somebody that look more of, hey, how do I have to walk? Because if I'm walking slower, the energy gets better, and then um, like I'm actually caring about walking. I'm not really caring about doing my calories so that I can lose weight. And therefore, like, you change something on your head that is going to serve you long term. Why shouldn't this person be recognized? Why should somebody else that lose 5 kilo be recognized? Especially not do going live, not doing what is required, not because I also checked whatever has been done in the app. No work in the app. Why would somebody be recognized for that? Just because you lost 5 kilo? And again, losing 5 kilo doesn't mean losing 5 kilo of fat. It means losing 5 kilo. Could be water. Aside from that, all of you guys, most of you did an amazing job. I got nothing but love for all of you. And again, hey, if we're for you, we're for you. If we're not for you, we're not. That's great. That's the beauty. You're never gonna run out of coaches online. You're gonna run out of good coaches if you're a lady over 40 that you have some metabolic shit going on. Like, you're gonna run out of those. I can tell you that, because I'm telling you, like, there are not many that specialize on that, and those that are specializing on that, some of them, they charge a premium price to give you modules. And there are not many that work on field like we do. There are not many that will just take up and send a blood test if you need it, or read it. That, unfortunately, there is not many, but I'm not here to convince. This challenge was to show people that results is possible in 20 days. And hopefully, if you actually got a good thing from it, that's great. If you didn't, well, then sorry about that. Be ready for the next mini challenge, which is going to happen in this group. And There are gonna be two events coming back from when I go to vacation. One, and I'm just gonna probably throw it out there. Like it's not necessarily 100% gonna happen, but hey, who knows? But at least like this is my plan uh, up to until Christmas. One is gonna be a probably some sort of a webinar or masterclass, which is gonna talk about how to break the weight plateau because now some of you are ready to break it, so you need that. And then there is probably gonna be some sort of another challenge, which is gonna probably lead to either which is going to be in actually getting you to diet and understand what diet is for you and then apply it to you. And it's going to probably lead to somebody winning 3 months of coaching. Legit, meaning like actually getting coached, and which is usually going to our scholarship. 3 or 6 months, who knows? But anyway, this is probably something that's going to happen. If you're excited about it, comment below. Aside from that, keep up the community. They always say, there is no me without you. And a lot of you say, you help us so much, but hey, there is no me without you. Like, this is digital. Therefore, like, we're not like a gym that we could exist if you don't get results, if you don't engage. And again, what got results, I guess, like was one of the things I loved about this challenge. Everybody got at least a win. What got results, the challenge is like, again, having the support, having expertise on the other side, telling you in a nutshell really quickly what you should do, you doing it, and the fact that you have other ladies like yourself doing it. So again, all of them, they have to be, in one way, all of them deserve some sort of a reward, not just those that win or not just those that think like, okay, I should have won and so forth. But again, I think I'm getting too much on my own head, and I don't want to be mean. I just really feel for people like that in general, that people that are like either too insecure or have a very disordered relationship with money. Because while I made the example like my mom before, that she has this relationship with money that she wouldn't invest into something like a car, which is mandatory, which we won in a car, the whole car, and almost got us stuck in the street one time, and she wouldn't understand. You know, in fitness, pretty much anybody don't want to invest. Either they are like, and it's never about they're too poor. It's because there again, I made this example before. Then there is always the nails, there is always Netflix, there is always a bunch of like cigarettes or alcohol that they spend, or random dumb stuff. But there never the example. It's more so like that. It's like, do I really need it? And if you don't get it by now, you get only one life. You only get one health, mental health, physical health, relationship, like in like that. And if you're lucky enough not to be sick, maybe you should cherish that point, right? And if you are overweight, or if you have so many symptoms, maybe you should get to the point as like, hey, maybe I actually should do something for myself, because it's either I don't need it, or I think I can go buy, or I don't deserve it, meaning like I don't deserve to spend on my own health. And usually those are the most common, because again, I don't believe in I cannot afford it, because you can only afford, like in 2025 almost, there are stuff like Klarna, there are, you know, credit cards. Like if you add somebody of your own family, and I made this example before, if you have a kid, and I'm not generally talking, if he had like some sort of a harm like threatening situation, like he would be kidnapped or whatever, and would be a gun pointing in the head, right? And he say, hey, you need to produce 10,000 bucks by tomorrow. You can bet your damn ass that you would do it. You would find a way. You would go to the bank as soon as he open, give me a credit card, even if you don't have the credit, let explain the situation, please. You would plead, you would go on your knee and actually make stuff happen, because that's real. In fitness, of course, there is work to do. There is work to do for your own health. That's why I always say, you change when your current perception of pain is lower than the pain to change. When actually the opposite, like if your current pain is more than the pain to change, you end up changing. And the pain to change is usually dumb, like useless random stuff, like tracking your food, drinking more water, walking a little bit more, saying no to so a lot of things. So why the fuck does it take a gun pointing in somebody's face to actually get you to do the work? Oh, I don't have motivation, Jerry. Oh, I need to lose 10 kilos. I don't have motivation. What the fuck do you need motivation for? Just do the work. Is not enough the fact that you might not be there a year from now for your own kids? It is not enough that you might have some, God forbid, some diabetes or whatever. Is that not enough? Because if it's not, then I cannot help you. How are we gonna do that? But if it is enough, why does it take a trending situation to get you to do the easy work that you should do anyway in the world? Being investing on yourself being first. Because like, let's face it, if you don't are able to find the results by yourself, you need help. And I'm saying you don't need me, you need help. Because, oh yeah, go get a doctor. Yeah, the insurance paid. How many doctors have gotten you to lose weight? Did they give you a bunch of random medicine? For sure, but how many doctors have you taught you about losing weight, about eating well, about behavioral change? Tell you the actual truth in your face like I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's in a screen and I'm not talking to somebody in particular, but I know it's gonna reflect into a lot of you. If you got until this point of 25 minutes, of 26 minutes and 0.1 second right now. So take that and start changing your life one step at a time. One step at a time. Hopefully this helped. It was a very personal message, but I hope that the people that would have wanted, that would be the direct interested about this video won't see it. So I'm not really making somebody feel bad. I'm just giving awareness of a huge problem, in my opinion, which number one is the accept yourself how you are. And you should have this approach because women deserve this approach. And second problem is like, hey, get your ass investing in yourself because you either get results or you get excuses. And this is the reality. So if you don't get results, it behooves you, as you have only one life, and hopefully you're gonna live it good to get results. Coach Jerry here, talk to you soon. If you need me, comment inside this group and or DM me personally. I will be in vacation, but I will be active. In fact, I'm gonna be more focused on the delivery this week of my own clients of this on this whole community that actually acquiring people because I'm gonna do zero acquisition this week. Therefore, I really wanna hopefully some of you are going to vacation as well. Enjoy your vacation. Much love. Hopefully I can still be all your leaders for those of you that believe, and all the rest. Hey, tough luck. Bye bye.